Hi everyone, this is Skimmer. Thanks for tuning in. This is my update on, or my explanation on what happened with my test flight for the new tail wheel. So in this video, we're going to go over exactly what happened and what actions I took when things weren't working right on the takeoff and how I managed it. What was going on is I was doing a test flight of the new tail wheel that I had installed. I had also done other work to the motor, like replacing all of the oil lines, removing all the vacuum system, and I did have to take off the carburetor air box. And when I put that back on, it caused a little bit of a problem. So we'll go through and see exactly what happened. I'll talk through the actual sequence of how I managed the, not so much emergency, but the situation that had occurred. And I'll have exact video of what happened at the end here. So sit back and watch, and I'll do a narration of exactly what happened. Thanks.
Music, flying, and more. This is Pete Cassidy, and you're watching Skimmer Productions.
2019 from my first flight, and I'm checking out the new tail wheel. I'm expecting the new tail wheel to be very sensitive on takeoff. My taxi tests have showed that they've been that the tail wheel is very sensitive. So I want to get this done and try it. Alright, gonna keep that tail wheel down up till 40, 35 to 40. Not seeing traffic. Fuel pumps on.
Good traffic at 2759 is 4 miles to the south. It's 7,000 moving to the north for 45 to the right traffic, 26 stead.
Stead traffic, Europa, November 203, Echo Charlie is taking off runway 26 stead. Alright, just go for it. Active on those rudder pedals. Keep the center line the best I can.
Here's where the action begins. I roll in the power and I see that I am accelerating. I'm really concentrating on the tail wheel because this is a brand new tail wheel I'm trying out. I'm almost at rotation speed, but it does feel a bit sluggish. Things aren't registering in my mind yet because I'm really concentrated on that tail wheel. Here we can see that I'm at the bottom of the white arc, which is the stall speed with the flaps down, and the controls are feeling mushy. So I'm wondering what's going on here. Things aren't registering in my brain yet. And so I think, well, maybe if I put up the flaps, like, no, I can't put up the flaps, that's stupid. So I decide I better just throttle back right now while I have runway. Now I'm terrified because I've never landed this tail wheel before. There I am, and I hold it off. Perfect landing. So now I have got to figure out what's going on.
Okay, Europa 3 Echo Charlie is landing straight ahead on runway 26, coming to a stop. We'll try getting off the runway.
You've got plenty of time. If you have to go around, that's good too. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Europa had an aborted takeoff, not producing enough power.
What happened? I did a still shot of my takeoff when I'm up in the air. If we look closely, we can see that the RPM is at 4,730 RPM. Normally on takeoff, with the prop set to takeoff, I will see 5,780 RPM. Then when I'm climbing out, I'll set the prop to climb, and we'll see generally 5,500, something usually 5,600. Over here we can see that the manifold pressure was only producing 21 inches of manifold pressure. At stead on a hot day, I will see 25 inches easily. I have seen up to 26 inches of manifold pressure and just a little bit lower, about 24 inches on really, really hot days. Then the other indicator that I had was the airspeed was only 40 knots. The flight controls were mushy. I saw that the airspeed was 40 knots, and that's when I decided I need to land. So what actually happened? If we look at the left carburetor and we actuate the arm, or actuate the throttle, this is full throttle right here. That is not near enough. So I looked down at the throttle cable and I noticed that it wasn't routed correctly. I pulled it up, got it into place real good, then I operated throttle, and this is what it's supposed to look like full throttle. So that is what the cause was. I had the right carburetor was going full throttle and the left carburetor was just barely opening. So this did not show itself on the run-up. When I did my run-up at 3,000, everything seemed to be fine, 3,000 RPM. And so that's what happened with the not enough power on takeoff. So my takeaway lesson on this experience was to always double check all of your work, or even triple check your work after you've done maintenance and installations. I think I handled the situation pretty well once the situation ensued, and to that I would like to thank all of my instructors. The first one, Elliot Arthur, in 1991, who taught me how to do engine outs right after takeoff or down the runway. He instilled in my brain, you know, exactly what to do in a situation when you lose power or you need to get on the ground quickly, and to make those decisions. Also, all my other instructors that taught me that if things don't look right, abort. You know, get on the ground as soon as you can. Don't push your limits. If you're in the thought process of thinking things will get better if you continue on, typically they won't. Motor problems don't improve. You know, situations don't get better. If you can, you just land as soon as you can, so you can deal with the problems on the ground and not in the air in the worst places. So I was really glad that I aborted the takeoff, landed as quick as I could, didn't change anything, didn't try getting fancy with, you know, raising the flaps, which if I had done that, that would have increased my stall speed, and I probably would have pancaked onto the ground. And so those are just lessons learned. So a big thank you to everybody who has commented on all my videos. I think I've made some YouTube friends through the comments, people that are interested in the Europa or in flying and music. So keep those comments coming, and, you know, like and subscribe and stay cool, keep flying safe, keep aviation and music in your blood, and I'll see everybody on the next video.